Hi, and welcome to day 25, or baby step 24, of the FlyLady system. If you haven't seen my previous videos, please click on the playlist linked below. Watch them in order one a day. This system is, or what we're doing is we're building up a series of habits that are becoming our routines, and the routines are the foundation for the entire system. Once we have these routines down, we're going to start adding the other pieces of the system as well. But for now, we're on baby step 24, and I have to say this is one of my favorite baby steps, and it is swish and swipe. But before we go into that, at this point, this is what you've got going on. You have a morning routine, an afternoon routine, and a before bed routine. Or, like I talked about in my previous video, I broke these into an AM and a PM routine. This was basically before work and after work. It doesn't really matter what order you do these things in for the most part. I mean, some of them are specific to morning or evening, but most of them aren't. As long as you get everything done in one day, it doesn't really matter when you do it. This worked best for me because afternoon and before bed pretty much became the same thing for me. So I had a list of things that I got done before I went to work, and then everything else was done after I came home from work. You have to adjust it to whatever suits you. So in my control journal, I eventually had an AM routine and a PM routine list that I would use as a checklist. So today's habit is, or today's baby step, is going to be swish and swipe. Now, you can add this wherever you want in your routine. You can add it to your AM routine, you can add it to your PM routine, or if you're doing, morning, afternoon, and before bed, feel free to add it anywhere in your day. When I was working full-time, this was always in my PM routine. I just didn't have time to do it in the morning. And I would always get up and get ready before my husband, and I would be out the door before he would sometimes even be up for work. So if I had swished and swiped the bathroom, he would have gotten it, dirty, and to me, I just thought, well, I would rather clean it after everybody's finished. So swishing and swiping is something that will change the life in your bathroom. And I have done this every single day since I started doing this, and I've never regretted it. Well, I shouldn't say I've done it every single day, because sometimes you're sick or you're exhausted, or circumstances happen and you can't do this for whatever reason. But if you do this on a regular basis, you'll never notice that you skipped a day, which is the beauty of the swish and swipe. So before FlyLady, I hated cleaning the bathrooms. It was disgusting. I didn't like it. I was not looking forward to it. And so I would wait for a long time to clean my bathrooms. I mean, I'm talking like a couple weeks. And for some of you, it might be like a month. I remember some people's bathrooms I've been in, I'm like, they don't ever clean the bathroom. But a couple weeks is a pretty long time, to have your toilet go and your sink and your countertops and all of that, at least in my mind. So the idea between the swish and swipe, the idea behind the swish and swipe, is that you swish out your toilet bowl every day, and you wipe down your counter and your sink. This literally takes, depending on the size of your bathroom, 2 minutes to, I would say, just maybe under 5. Part of what will make this quick is if your bathroom is decluttered. If you have a lot of things on your bathroom counter, this is going to take you a little bit longer because you have a lot of stuff there. I would encourage you to get rid of that stuff on your bathroom counter, even if you put it in like a basket and put it under the bathroom sink, or you put it in a drawer. In our bathroom, in our guest bathroom, literally the only thing that is on the counter is soap, a soap dispenser. And in our master bathroom, literally the only things on the counter are a soap dispenser. We have like a, what is it called? I think it's called a nasal irrigator, but it's like for people that have allergies and like stuffy noses and stuff. It's kind of like a neti pot, but it's electric. It's a plug-in kind of thing. So we have that on the counter because we use that multiple times a day. And then I have a small container that houses my husband's razors, a beard trimmer and a razor. And so it's like, it's meant to hold, I think, like Q-tips and things like that. It's just two round plastic pieces together. And so I just put one in each because, you know, hair will fall out of them, and then it contains the hair in the bottom of those, and I can just dump those out when I clean the bathroom. That's it. So I have 3 things that I have to move on the counter when I'm wiping the counter down. I've never been a person that has a lot of counter stuff in the bathroom, so that helps. That makes things easier. That's one of the reasons why we declutter every day, because the less clutter you have, the easier and the faster it is to clean those areas. You don't have to move things around or pick things up or find a place for them. So if you haven't been decluttering your bathroom, I would suggest you do that. I know that I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but it's all connected. When we talked about decluttering, I suggested starting with your clothes. You know, decluttering 15 minutes a day and getting rid of some of those extra clothes. When I decluttered, I did do my clothes first. But when I started like thinking about decluttering a room, I did the bathroom first. And I did the bathroom because it was the smallest room in the house, and I knew I had the least amount of stuff there. And I knew that, you know, if things were, I wasn't like super attached to the things in my bathroom. You know, if something stinks and it doesn't smell good anymore, or you never liked that product to begin, just toss it. It's hard to watch that money go into the trash can, but once you've gotten over it and you're like, okay, that was just a mistake, lesson learned, you'll never think about it again when you're in your clean bathroom. You'll just be like, wow, my bathroom is wonderful. So if you haven't started decluttering in your bathroom, I would recommend that you do that, because it's going to make cleaning it easier. It makes cleaning everything easier, and it will make this daily habit easier. So what do you do to swish and swipe? Well, she does it pretty simply. She gets a toilet brush, and she takes the toilet brush, dips it in the toilet, swishes it around, and then she gets a rag and she just wipes the counter off and wipes the sink out. That's it. That is the FlyLady's swish and swipe. Where she has her toilet brush, she'll put a little bit of soap and water, so it's kind of soapy in there, and she'll use that to swish around, but that's it. My swish and swipe is a little bit different. It's a little more extensive, but it literally takes me, like in our half bath downstairs, which is the most frequently used bathroom because we're pretty much downstairs all the time, and that's where company would use the bathroom. To do my swish and swipe, it maybe takes me 1 to 2 minutes. So there's really no excuse to not do it. And the bathroom always looks fantastic. So what I do is, one of the things that I don't remember if I read this from FlyLady or what, but I have to have cleaning products all in one spot so that I don't have an excuse. I think that this has to come from FlyLady. So that I don't have an excuse to not do it. Like, oh, well, this is in another room and I just don't want to get up and do that or whatever. So what I did was I went to Walmart and I got buckets, like from the car cleaning section. And I think the buckets were literally like $1 a piece. And they just have a handle on them. And then I bought the cleaning products I would need for that, for the bathroom. So I have a like a glass cleaner, a Windex with disinfectant, a container of Clorox wipes, and I think some Comet. And I have a sponge, and then I have some of the FlyLady's purple rags, which I really love. I use them all the time. And that's what I have in a bucket, and I have it underneath the bathroom counter in each of my bathrooms. It was an initial investment, but I mean, I would say all of that was definitely under $20, you know, if not less than that, because it was pretty cheap. Not counting the rags, which I already had. So when I do my swish and swipe, I like to do it after both my husband and I have showered and we're kind of done in the bathroom. Now that I don't work, so this becomes part of my daytime routine, my morning routine. When I did work, it was in the afternoon. And I just put some Comet in the toilet, get my brush, scrub it out really quick. I get a Clorox wipe and I wipe basically the toilet down. I wipe the top of the tank, I wipe the handle, I wipe the lid and the seat, both under and on top of it, and then I just wipe around the rim of the toilet. Throw that away. Then for my counters, I just take some of the Windex disinfectant and I just do a quick spray on the counter, in the sink, in the faucet, and I take one of the FlyLady's purple rags and I just wipe it all off and until it's, you know, shiny. I just wipe the faucet off and everything. I know some people don't like to use a lot of cleaning products. The FlyLady's doesn't use any, like she just literally has a rag that she wipes her counter off. You know, she gets the water and stuff off, and she has some soap in a toilet brush and swishes it out. I mean, it can be as simple or as complex as you want, but the point is, even what I do, it takes just like a minute or two. My bathroom always looks great. If there's ever like spots on the mirror, I'll just kind of wipe those off really quick. But when we talk about the weekly home blessing hour, there is a day to do that, to polish the mirrors. But it's so simple. You might think it takes a long time, but it doesn't. In the house that I lived in when we started this, we had a very tiny bathroom, and we had one of them. I didn't have the bucket under the sink. I just had my products under the sink. But now that we're in this larger house, we have 3 bathrooms, which I've never had before. And we have a half bathroom downstairs and we have 2 full bathrooms upstairs. To clean all the bathrooms, it takes absolutely under 10 minutes, probably more like under 8 minutes. And the one bathroom that we never use upstairs, because that's kind of, we use the master bathroom upstairs. I do that one maybe once a week, but nobody ever uses it, so it's just kind of to take the dust off. But swishing and swiping is something that will change your life, because you will love having a clean bathroom. The FlyLady says, you know, nothing says I love you like a clean toilet when you're sick. And I never have to worry about that anymore. I never have to be embarrassed. You know, if company uses my bathroom, it always looks great. Because I do it every day, it takes minutes. It's just, you know, basically wiping water spots off. And I probably am overkill on what I do. And maybe I'll reconsider, you know, doing that as products run out or whatever. But definitely add this to your routine. Time yourself. See how long it actually takes. You know, I would say there were some times where I've skipped this, but I never notice it because my bathroom always looks great. And I would say if you're really reluctant to do this, even if you just start off with trying to do this every other day, your bathroom is going to look amazing compared to what it looks like now. But it really just takes a couple of minutes to do this every single day. Do it right before you go to bed if you need to. That way you wake up and you have a beautiful clean bathroom to get ready in the morning. So that was baby step 24. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow for baby step 25. Bye.